So I'm the Cartoon Gentleman, bringing you organized chaos. And what are the chances that Hearts and Hooves Day would fall this close to Valentine's Day? You already did that joke with Heartswarming Eve. Oh, did I? Oh, what are the chances of both of them happening so close to their intended holidays? This is Hearts and Hooves Day. The episode begins with the Cutie Mark Crusaders doing what the Cutie Mark Crusaders do best, taking a relatively simple concept and blowing it out of proportions. In this case, making a Valentine's Day card for their teacher, Miss Cheerilee. But when they discover that Miss Cheerilee doesn't have a special sun pony on Valentine's Day, well, they take it rather harshly. Now, there is a relatively simple concept that I'd like to cover. One of the problems with holidays like Hearts and Hooves Day or Valentine's Day is that if you're not dating or being with someone at the current moment, then something must be wrong with you. And I'm here to tell you that's not true. Yarg! Blasphemy! What? She has no one on a Valentine's Day episode? We must ship her with someone at once! Shipping someone isn't the same thing as being with someone. Yarg, that's not the point. We must ship her with everyone. We must ship her with anyone. Come on, shippers. Let us go. Cast off. Cast off. There's nothing wrong with being solo, okay? Really, there isn't. So the Cutie Mark Crusaders take it upon themselves in order to try to find the perfect stallion for Miss Cheerilee, who they consider the perfect mare. Which I gotta say is kind of creepy shippy territory for them. Yarg, that be the spirit, me hearties. And with enough time and practice, you'll learn that anyone, and I mean anyone, can be shipped with anyone, and they will like it, whether they want to or not. Back out! Back out! Back out! No one corrupts the youth but me on this show. So we take part in probably one of the more least memorable songs of the CMC. Not because it's not good, it's just that there's not really much to it. It's got a nice jingle, but the lyrics are pretty basic, dumb, and we're reminded of the thing we could have had. You're in the arms of the angel. Damn you, Hasbro! Damn you all to hell! For taking away our button mash! A button mash! Also his sexy mom! Really, Cockles? Really? Hey, you know what I'm all about. Well, since there isn't enough stallions in the main cast, and most of the stallions are background ponies on the show, they only really have one option, Big Mac. So they try to set up a date between Cheerilee and Big Mac, which Cheerilee should have known something's up when they couldn't identify an apple tree. But they don't really think too hard on it, and even when it seems like they were about to get together, they don't. They mutually say, let's just be friends. No! They must be together! That is the point of the ship! They must get together! Come on, girls! You can do better than this! Get them together! Get them together! Build that ship! Build that ship! He gets way too excited when it comes to these kinds of episodes. Ship him! Go! Well, with them content on being friends, the Cutie Mark Crusaders walk away in defeat. But then Twilight reignites their hopes, not only giving some lore base on how the holiday was started, but the fact that there's a love potion existing in Equestria, and she has the ingredients list to make it. What the fuck are you reading, Twilight? Yarg, I knew it! Princess Twilight is making a love potion in order to seduce Flash Sentry! Actually, this episode predates Flash Sentry. Yarg? Well, yeah, this is season 2. Flash Sentry isn't even mentioned until the first Equestria girls. And that's not until season 3. Then that means Princess Twilight is making it for another pony! We must find it! We must find the pony! Well, good luck to the stallion she's making it for. Well, I assume it's a stallion. Sometimes I hate him. I know you mean love! So the Cutie Mark Crusaders get to work on making this love potion. And they inconspicuously make Cheerilee and Big Mac meet for a second time without question, and get them to drink it. They instantly fall in love, but something's off about their personalities. Yeah, this isn't love, this is definitely something else. What are you talking about? Well, this isn't love, this is just blatant lust. Yar, do it by any means necessary. Am I right, fandom? Do it by any means necessary. He's getting too close to the camera. Get off! Get off! Ugh. Why does he keep haunting us? Because the rent here is cheap. Well, upon further inspection, they discovered that the love potion that they had was a love poison. But there was a cure. They have to keep the ponies who are under its influence from looking into each other's eyes for 1 full hour. But that doesn't seem too hard, but the two seem inseparable. So the Cutie Mark Crusaders do the one option left available that would be a surefire way to get them separate. Marriage. Oh, I do not see how this could possibly end wrong. Yar, neither do I! It's so glad that I have someone I can agree with. Well, the plan to keep them apart seems to be working out flawlessly, but unfortunately, Applebloom loses tracks of Big Mac as he's skipping his way, adorably by the way, to see his Smoopshy-Poo. As Applebloom tries everything in her power to slow him down, she realizes just how ridiculously strong Big Mac actually is. I'd like to point out that he's not running or pulling or actually putting in effort. He is just hopping. He is Pinkie Pie levels of hopping. And he's pulling a house. He's pulling a fucking house. And he's just hopping. Film Theory, can you estimate just how strong Big Mac actually is? Give a little shout out to another channel. Non-sponsored. Well, time's almost out, so the Cutie Mark Crusaders are forced to resort to basic cartoon logic in order to get Big Mac and Cheerilee from noticing each other. But when that doesn't seem to work, all time is lost, they're about to run into each other, and the spell will continue, and then the minute passes. Yarg! You maniacs! You maniacs! You destroyed it! It could have been great! And you killed it! Yarg! Well, at the very least, the Cutie Mark Crusaders have some repercussions for this actions. Go. Well, their punishment is to do all of Big Mac's chores. And since he had a bunch of free time, he decides to hang out a little bit at the gazebo with a certain special somebony. Wink, wink. Yarg! The ship! She floats! Well, not according to the canon, as he gets a crush on another pony. You shut your whore mouth! I can end you with a thought! Chill the fuck out! Jesus Christ! I did enjoy this episode, but it's overly shippers like you who ruined such an episode. Yarg, what did I do? All I'm doing is shipping a pair that I enjoy. No, you're going completely overboard. You have been nothing but non-stop nonsense. God, you're even worse than Pinkie Pie, and that is saying a lot. And that's the problem with episodes that involve this kind of thing. It's one thing to ship, it's another thing for characters to get completely rewritten and overdone just because a couple of fans want them to be together. That's not the basis for My Little Pony at all. If you really want that kind of thing, go watch a harem anime. In the meantime, though, I have to look at this episode for what we got, and I did enjoy it. I really did enjoy it. Even if it did give rise to one of the more infamous ships of My Little Pony, I don't blame it for that. I do blame Ruby for Bumblebee, though. I'm the Cartoon Gentleman. I bring you organized chaos. And as you excuse me, I think I'm going to be endangering my life soon, so I insulted Bumblebee. I must run!